Joe Rogan has entered the chat. Who has not entered the chat when it comes to these two? And this crazy story of Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, and Ryan Reynolds. Because Joe Rogan has officially blasted Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
Follow the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively thing.
Bro, Blake Lively, talk about ruin your reputation, and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan's trying to get out of it now. He's trying to get out of the lawsuit. And they're like, you are a key part of this. Joe Rogan becomes the latest celebrity to blast Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
Hollywood has always been captivated by its golden couples, those picture-perfect relationships that seem too good to be true. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have long been celebrated as one of the industry's most adored duos, known for their humor, charisma, and seemingly flawless marriage. But what if that perfect image is nothing more than a carefully...
How's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are all smiles into their ongoing legal battle. On Sunday night, the couple attended the SNL 50, the anniversary special in New York City, posing for photos on the red carpet. For the event, Blake wore a silver gown that featured flowers, while her husband wore a classic tuxedo. Following the carpet, Ryan and Blake also made a cameo in the live special.
Joe Rogan, the brutally honest, no-nonsense podcast king, is known for tackling controversial topics without hesitation. His latest target, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. In a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan shook things up by suggesting that their marriage might be a calculated PR stunt, implying that the seemingly perfect couple may not be as genuine as they appear. But what prompted him to go after them now, and perhaps more importantly, is there any truth to his claim?
The latest personality celebrity to come forward and defend sweet Justin Baldoni, calling out Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, saying they effed up. Joe's spot on. Brandon and Joe are spot on, and it's just encouraging to see more big personalities, outlets, celebrities just talking about it realistically, and not the way Blake and Hollywood is trying to spin it, which a lot of Hollywood are. Now, clearly Joe's not afraid. He says what he wants. He always has. But still, it's still a massive, big platform, and to see him out there talking about it honestly and actually sharing the proper facts can't help Blake and Ryan. They must not like seeing such big personalities and people with so much sway.
As the internet ignites with heated debates, Hollywood insiders and other celebrities are jumping into the conversation, turning this into one of the most talked about controversies of the year. Let's take a deep dive into the drama, the accusations, and what this could mean for the future of Hollywood's beloved golden couple.
Ryan Reynolds and Blake meet. Why were they there? They were there because I think they both hosted. If you have hosted, you are invited. You can come to any of these events, correct? Yes, and of course, we all know this, whatever. I don't do a deep dive on it, but there's some kind of legal action with some actor, Baldinos. It sounds like some kind of pasta place.
The context, though, if it turns out that Blake Lively made up all of her harassment complaints. So, I mean, imagine if it was reversed, where you can deep dive into it, but that's obviously why the nuance there of why people were like, yikes.
Rogan is known for speaking his mind, and when he discussed Blake and Ryan, his tone was anything but playful. He highlighted something that many may have overlooked: how their marriage always seems to make headlines at the most opportune moments.
Following the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively thing.
Bro, Blake Lively, talk about ruin your reputation, and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan's trying to get out of it now. He's trying to get out of the lawsuit, and they're like, you are a key part of this.
This is what you get, though. This is what you get. You're trying to ruin a guy's livelihood by using the Me Too movement.
Because they were trying to take over the movie.
Yeah.
They were trying to take over the movie and the whole franchise. He owned the franchise. The whole thing's crazy. And he's suing the New York Times, and he's got a great case.
He's going hard in the paint. But that's what it takes.
That's what it takes.
It's like Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
He's like, all right.
Yeah.
He did it for the boys.
Exactly. You got to do it.
You need to be like, nah, man, I ain't going out like that.
According to Rogan, whenever Ryan's film struggles at the box office, or when the couple wants to stay in the public spotlight, a new viral story about their relationship conveniently emerges. Whether it's a playful Twitter exchange or a heartwarming red carpet moment, the timing of these stories feels almost too perfect. Rogan implied that their carefully crafted couple goals image is a well-oiled PR strategy designed to keep them relevant in Hollywood.
Yeah, especially a guy like that who's like known as being like this really sweet, nice guy.
Yep.
And then it's like, all right,
Dude,
he posted the receipts. He's like,
receipts
oh,
are
remember our
great.
tech exchange? How about she told him to come into the dressing room while she was breastfeeding, and then part of the complaint was that he came into the dressing room while I was breastfeeding. Like, you literally have a text exchange back and forth. They just never thought that anybody was going to come out with the receipts.
Because no one's ever done it. Because everyone just bows
Because everyone's
down.
scared.
Yeah.
Because Ryan Reynolds A-list, Blake Lively A-list. Like,
That wasn't all Rogan called out. He also took aim at Blake Lively's girl next door persona, suggesting that the actress isn't as sweet as she comes across online. According to Rogan, Lively has a reputation for being highly controlling on set and meticulously managing the narratives around her career. You don't see her hanging out with many A-list Hollywood women, and Rogan emphasized, that's not by accident. As for Ryan Reynolds, Rogan hinted that his nice guy image might be a facade. He suggested that Deadpool isn't just a character, it's his shield. Behind the scenes, Rogan claimed, he's a businessman first. After all, you don't build a multi-million-dollar empire by simply being funny and lovable. These remarks sent shockwaves through Hollywood, sparking a firestorm on social media as people debated whether Rogan was exposing hidden truths or just stirring the pot.
The Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds versus Justin Baldoni of it all. In the most recent episode of his podcast, the Joe Rogan Experience, he called Justin Baldoni sweet. He says they effed up, referring to Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. He says that Ryan Reynolds is now trying to get out of it, and they're just like, dude, like, you're a key player in this. You can't just get out of this. And he also says they ruined their reputation. So let's...
Because Joe Rogan has officially blasted Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, welcome to the club, for suing sweet Justin Baldoni. He says they effed up. He mentioned this on his podcast on Saturday. The best part about it is that he did this with 3 other guys in a room while they were watching boxing. It's the best guys podcast moment ever. Check it out. 4 guys sitting around watching boxing, eating snacks, drinking sodas, whatever, and talking about real life things. Because these are men who could easily have been in the same position as Justin Baldoni. And they're saying that no one ever fights back because it's the machine. It's Justin Baldoni versus the machine of Hollywood. Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, and the thing is, using that Me Too movement, which is a woman using the words sexual assault or sexual harassment, everyone bows down. They're like, we can't fight back. But Justin Baldoni said, "No, not this time. I've got the receipt."
The fallout from Rogan's comments was swift. Within hours, Twitter and Instagram became battlegrounds, with supporters of Rogan's claims clashing with those defending Blake and Ryan. But what truly intensified the situation was how other celebrities started chiming in. One of the first to speak up was Hugh Jackman, who has a well-documented friendship with Ryan Reynolds. In a subtle yet unmistakable move, Jackman shared a throwback photo of himself and Ryan, accompanied by the caption, "Some friendships are built on honesty and loyalty." While he didn't directly address Rogan's remarks, fans took it as a clear show of support for Reynolds.